This is Moses Bombo Tambasin here. I have come to tell you the truth about the United States. For all those that traveling from Africa, Liberia, Guinea, West Africa, East Africa, Central Africa, Southern Africa, coming to the United States, I want to define what the United States is about or how you should see the United States. Because many of us have the wrong idea about the United States. The United States, listen to me carefully, the United States of America is a farm. I want you to see the United States of America as a farmland, as a place where you go to look for money. America is not a place to look for money and you want to live a good life. There is no good life here. Let me define for you first what is a farm. What do people go to farm? Wherever you live under the sound of my voice, you understand what is a farm. Every town people have farm. Every city people have farm. Every country people have farm. But why do people leave the town? Why do people leave the city and go in the bush on the farm? Why? People leave the city, they leave their nice houses, their nice bed, their nice air condition, whatever the case may be. You know, they leave the town, put on bush clothes, some level, whatever that may be, but they change their form. So that means the dress code for living in the town is different from the dress code of going in the bush, on the farm. You live in the town to live your life. You cook food, you eat, you drive, you do whatever you want to drive. So the resources that support you to live in the town, where do you get them from? The food that you eat, where do you get them from? The money that you spend, where do you get them from? You get them from the farm. So you leave the town, you go on the farm. So now that you understand the town life, which includes everything, so what do people do on the farm? People go on the farm to labor. You go on the farm to labor. And what does labor do for you? When you go on the farm, you work. What are you working for? What are you doing on the farm? You are looking for money. Either you plant cassava, you plant rice, whatever those things that you can think about that people do to generate money. That's what you do on the farm. So when you stay on the farm, when you have sowed the seed, when you have planted your plantation, when you harvest it, you make the money. You do not stay on the farm, because the farm is just a place where you look for the money. So then you leave the farm and go in the town, because now you have the money, you have the food, you have everything that you need to live in the town. You do not stay on the farm, because the farm life and the town life are totally different. So you go on the farm to look for it, you go in the town to spend it, to eat it. So now, for us that come from Africa, for all that are from Africa, from Liberia, we travel, we come from Africa, leave our children, leave our parents, leave our family people, leave the good climate, just rainy season and dry season, and we come under difficult circumstances. We do come to the United States. And so when we come here, we begin to labor so hard. We work so hard. We work harder than one can ever imagine from our country. So when we labor, we get the money, they pay us the salary. So we are to save that money. We are to keep that money or use some of it and send it in the town, in our countries, so we can prepare our coming in the town. And one thing you can realize is that in the farm, which in the United States, where you come to look for the money, you can see it's not conducive to live. You cannot live on the farm and enjoy at the same time. You can never save enough for yourself to live on in the town. You cannot live in the farm and then do the labor that you're supposed to do enough for you to acquire enough to go and live on in the town. So if you live on the farm and then you want to live the farm life and the town life, that means you just remain on the farm. That is the reason why some people leave from Africa. They come to the United States. They want to say America is about enjoyment. So they stay here, they do the job, and they spend all the money they work for so they can go home. The reason why they don't go home is what they are supposed to save up to go in the town, in their countries, to live on. They want to live the town life on a farm. So it's not the same. There is a reason why you call the town and the farm. So you come to the United States, you put your foot down, you do all the job that they want you to do. As you know, for you those who don't know, America is a very expensive place to live. First of all, when we come on the farm, the United States of America, as we work on the farm owners, the United States government is doing everything to get the money back from us that we work for. So if you are not seasoned enough, if you are not strong enough, you are not able to save anything to take it back with you in the town, to take it back with you in your country. So the town represents your country. The town represents your home. The farm represents the United States. Because the only single most reason that all of us live from Africa is to come and get money. That's the farm. We come, we work, we get the money. So in the United States, as we are on the farm, the United States of America, as we labor, the farm owners, the United States government, do everything to make sure they take that money back from us so we can remain on the farm. The federal tax, they call it federal tax, the one that go to the federal government, they take it from the money we work for. The state government, they take the money we work for. The state government, they take the money we work for. The house we live in is tax. Almost all the food that we eat, we pay tax on it. The gas that we put in our car, we pay tax on it. The cars that we buy to take us to work, when we go to buy them, every time that vehicle exchange hand, government collect tax on it. When you are traveling, you pay tax. When you go the house you live in, most of the food that you buy, the gas that you put in your car, will pay tax on it. When the year come to an end, and then we go to file the tax, and they will tell you, if you do not have children that were born in this country, they do not consider them as dependent. So that means only those who are on the farm, the children that are born on the farm, the United States, are the only people that the farm owners, the United States government, allow you to deduct money for them. But if you have 4 children, 5 children, 10 children, your mother, your father, they are old or they are young in the town, in your country, in our country, they are not considered because the farm owners don't care. They want you to stay on the farm. They want you to stay in America. And the only way you can stay in America is to continue to work. And the only way you will continue to work until you die is to take the money back from you in a way that you can hardly understand. And that is why many people will tell you that we do 2 jobs here, 3 jobs. Some people 16 hours a day, some people 20 hours a day, and we work and hardly. As anyone that living from Africa in the United States, ask them, how come you are making so much money, but when the month ends, by the time you finish giving the federal government, the state government, the central government, everything you buy, your hospital, you finish paying it, you are almost left with nothing. And so the only way that most of us make it is we work more than we are supposed to work on the farm. We are allowed to do 8 hours a day, but none of us here can tell you that they only work 8 hours a day in America and they are able to leave this farm, America, and go live in the town, in their country. They can't. Because the farm owners, the U.S. government, planned that when you come on this farm, they want your labor. So you're going to keep working here, keep working until you get old. If you die, they bury you. Or when you get old, you are no longer useful to yourself. So when you go in the town, how are you going to enjoy all of your labor? How are you going to enjoy all of your labor that you have labored for on the farm? So until you can leave the farm and go with what you gather from the farm and go in the town to enjoy it, you have never really succeeded. So for those of you who think that you came to America and you are enjoying, you are not enjoying. Until you can go back to your country, until you can go back to your village, until you can go back to where you came from, you are suffering. If you stay here and work here and live here and die, you are suffering. You remain in the farm. And if you remain in the farm, that means they didn't succeed. Because nobody can go on the farm and succeed and plant their cassava, their edo, their rice farm and harvest it and remain on the farm. You do not remain on the farm. They don't remain on the farm because the farm is not the place you